Mr. Chancellor, I have the honor of presenting to you Heila Sisitka, Professor and Saatchi Chair in the Environmental Learning Research Center, for the award of the Vice Chancellor's Distinguished Senior Research Medal. Theoretically stringent and clear, having indisputable academic status, exceptional, consistent effort and intellectual rigor, being an important international player, and producing work that is the highest standard in her field. These are the words and phrases that peer reviewers have chosen to describe Professor Sisitka. Now, this is the second Vice Chancellor's Award being presented to Professor Sisitka in this particular year, which is a rare occurrence at Rhodes. But what's even rarer, given that this is the first time it has happened, Professor Sisitka will today be one of only 2 Rhodes academics to hold Vice Chancellor's Awards in all 3 pillars of the university's intellectual mission. And those, of course, will be teaching, research, and community engagement. She was the recipient in 2008 of the Vice Chancellor's Distinguished Teaching Award and was a member of the group which received the 2014 Vice Chancellor's Community Engagement Award, and again yesterday, the 2016 Vice Chancellor's Community Engagement Award. But to the job for today. Professor Sisitka is widely regarded as one of Africa's foremost scholars in the field of environmental education. She regularly receives invitations from across the globe to deliver keynote addresses, and a number of seminal texts in the field of environmental education feature her work. Her contributions to extending the boundaries of new knowledge in environmental education span transformative social learning in environmental education, critical realist analysis of environmental education research, and rethinking education in a post-sustainability paradigm. Professor Sisitka's large body of publications witness her persistent efforts to initiate, lead, conduct research that is praxis-orientated, theory-driven, and achieves both capacity and knowledge building in the policy, scholarly, and operational domains. Her writing makes it clear that she views research as something that should benefit society at the micro and macro levels, and that one cannot compromise either the quality or the ethical integrity of the research process. Since 2001, when she was appointed to the Murray and Roberts Chair of Environmental Education at Rhodes, which incidentally is Africa's first chair in environmental education, she has worked tirelessly and effectively with colleagues and partners to build up the research program here at Rhodes to what it is now, a leading international center of environmental education, research, and learning. In 2007, the program at Rhodes was recognized as a United Nations University Center of Excellence in Education for Sustainable Development. And in 2010, the Environmental Learning Research Center, ELRC for short, was established at Rhodes University with Professor Sisitka, of course, as its director. In 2016, she was awarded a National Research Foundation Chair in Global Change and Social Learning Systems under the prestigious Saatchi, or South African Research Chair, initiative. A stellar thought leader and project initiator in all respects, Professor Sisitka has been instrumental in raising a staggering 74 million rand in research funding and capacity building, both for Rhodes and for operations across the SADC region. She has collaborated with highly regarded colleagues from across the world and has worked closely with various Southern African and United Nations agencies, and the International Social Science Council, her influence finding its way into national, regional, and international policy documents and many institutional settings in policy and educational politics and practice. Amongst the many forms of recognition that Professor Rhodes Sisitka has received for her work was a 2016 Lifetime Conservation Achiever Award from WESA, the Wildlife and Environmental Society of South Africa. Professor Rhodes Sisitka had served on 20 international and scientific committees. She holds journal editorships, has produced articles in a host of top scholarly journals, books, and reports. Her publications number more than 135, incidentally. And she successfully supervised 59 master's and 29 PhD theses. And we saw quite a few of those cross the stage just now. Three of those PhD candidates were supervised by Professor Heila Sisitka. She was also the founder director in 2015 of Rhodes University's Postgraduate Studies Center, which set up support structures for postgraduates across the institution. A significant and celebrated aspect of this awardee's research approach is the way that she has chosen to work together with and grow the next generation of researchers, demonstrating an incredible work ethic and a commitment to both the field and her students. One of her referees sums up her mentoring this way: Professor Rhodes Sisitka has been extravagantly generous in giving her time to developing the research capacity of postgraduate students and academics at Rhodes University, but also elsewhere in South Africa and in fact internationally, but particularly in the SADC region. Her efforts in building infrastructure, providing funding support, and giving personal time to students and others so as to enhance research capacity in environmental education is unparalleled internationally. This unselfish contribution to enhance research capacity on its own is worthy of award, close quotes. So, Mr. Chancellor, I request you to award the 2016 Vice Chancellor's Distinguished Senior Research Medal to Professor Heila Sisitka.